praises to the Most High God and Him alone. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. The truth about the book of Enoch and aliens, etc. Yeah. Hit that like button, Hebrew, on your way in the door. Tav X, purity and becoming one. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? You got to turn to Yahweh and Him only. Nobody else. Do your best to keep the commandments. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Smash that like button on your way in the door and consider this video a audio only recording. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, Hebrew. Yeah. Peace, blessings, love, and safety to the 12 tribes scattered abroad into all nations for the disobedience of our forefathers. Shout out to all of y'all. I really want to cause you Hebrews to think today. You Gentiles too, just in case you clicked on this channel. Oh, shucks. We got one of the big guns up in here. We got two of the big guns up in here. Yeah, buddy. We got Hazelwood's in his house. Hazelwood says, afternoon, brother. Just made it back from visiting family out of town. Got back just in time for the live. Love all my Most High only family. Kind-hearted, loving emoji. Yeah. Hey, that goes right back at you, Hazelwoods. I love all of my Most High only family members out there. I don't care whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, a boy, a girl, a child. You serve the Most High only. Hey, we family, nigga. And I love all of y'all out there worldwide. You know we in every country, every continent, every nation. You know what I'm saying? We got another one of the big guns up in here, the heavy hitters. We got Brother King David in his house. King David says, Tav X, they scared and don't want us to see each other's books that obviously line up everything been touched while the Most High said use wisdom. Anyone say a book haven't been touched, this the one is a liar, period. King David, let him know, that's what I'm talking about. To anybody out there on this live stream, or if you're watching on the playback, you see why I said we got two heavy hitters up in here right off the bat this evening? We got two heavy hitters in here of the Most High Only family. And look, the Most High Only family, we are all over the world. I don't want a crazy Negro or a Gentile to get it twisted out there. And don't you dare be so foolish to think that it's just us right here on this little channel. This channel is small potatoes in the overall scheme of things. We are a nation, we are a remnant, and we turning back to the Most High and Him only. And we are scattered into all nations. All means all. You can't go to a country or a nation where we not at. We've been scattered abroad. Okay? And you can feel the day getting closer, Hebrew. You can feel it. We will be gathered. Nothing's going to stop this. Nothing in this life or the next life will stop this gathering. And just like everything that takes place in this world, us in this family, we have the wherewithal to understand and to know that everything takes place first in the invisible world, in the spirit realm. See, a lot of people don't know that, but we know that over here. Yeah, we know that over here. You know why? Not because we so smart, but because the Most High chose to bless us and grant us that wisdom, y'all. We got King David in his house again. He says, got to use common sense to weed out the BS. True that. Very true that. King David. We got Hazel Wizards in his house again. And Hazel says they need to stop this debating over scripture and start teaching our people to repent and turn back to the Most High! Exclamation point. I agree with you 100%, Hazel Woods. I agree with you 100%. And it doesn't appear, we don't know exactly how much longer we got, y'all, before the Most High does the unthinkable. Okay? We don't know exactly how long that's going to be or exactly when it's going to be. But you know you in the season. King David says, even the Torah is touched. I've been exposed it, how they try to squeeze JC in King David. Chapter like they say, if the book got one error, throw it away. But they ain't throwing the Torah away. Exactly, King David. Exactly. And see, only the Most High will be able to help us to navigate through these things. Because, like you said, regardless of whether people want to accept it, understand it, believe it or not, hate to be the bearer of bad news. But our Torah, just like all the books, have been touched, you guys. Okay? And these demons have tried vigorously to squeeze JC in the place of King David. And not only that, they squeezed in many other things as well. And they took out lots of things as well. These people have caused such confusion. Hey, one thing you better believe though, to the ones who get the kingdom, to those of us who the Most High allows into the kingdom of heaven, we are going to see the destruction of the people who've been destroying our people for millennia, y'all. We're going to see the destruction of all the people who hid our books, hid our information, added stuff in the Torah, took stuff out of the Torah. We are going to see those people get freaking And that's going to be such a beautiful thing, because we will be in 100% total safety and joy. And we're going to see what happens to all of our enemies. Don't tell me the kingdom of heaven ain't worth it. It is. King David says at Hazelwood's big facts. Because at the end, facts is facts. If it's leading to the Most High only in his laws, it's no debate. Bring it out, Bring it out, And you guys, I'm not going to keep you guys too long this evening, okay? I just wanted to come on here because I was thinking about this, and I know how important this is. And the heathens know how important this is. That's why they told you don't read this. Don't read this, don't read that. Enoch was so righteous in the Old Testament. If you read the Old Testament, you can tell that the Most High was really fond of Enoch. Okay? And they only talk about Enoch briefly in the Old Testament. They don't really want you thinking about him. The Most High God wants you to think about him. That's why he's in there. But your enemies, the one who rifled through your Torah, they don't want you thinking about Enoch. That's why the Catholic Church told you don't read this, don't read that. That's why the Christian Church told you don't read this, don't read that. And you know what? I'm not going to cry over spilled milk because there's nothing I can do about it now. But for my whole entire life, I allowed the Catholics, I allowed the Christians, I allowed the Messianics, I allowed teachers, leaders, and elders and so-called gurus to make me think that the book of Enoch, and look, not just the book of Enoch, we got tons of other books out there. Don't you let nobody come to you with no Catholic mindset and tell you only these books, only that book. Ask them to show that to you in Torah. Anybody forbidding you to read a book, let's go read it in Torah where the Most High commanded us not to read this, not to read that. And then I'll renounce every book. I will renounce every book. I'll stop reading them today. If any man or woman can go into the law, the Torah, and show me a command where the Most High ever said anything even remotely close to don't read this, don't read that, I'll give you $100. I'll give you $100 today, right now. Anybody come on this live right now? I'll give you $100 right now, today. Just show me the law where the Most High said, don't read this, don't read that. I will renounce every single book and I'll repent right now. And I will apologize to everybody for leading you astray and telling you to read other books that the Catholics told you not to. I give you $100 right now. King David says, just like the apocalypse of Abraham, don't read it, brother. But yet the Most High said, clear as day, I hate human sacrifice. And Christ is Lucifer, his deceiver, he sent, who is really Azazel. Oh, sucks. Now, you know what? You know what, King David? You cooking with grease. You cooking with fish grease today, King David. Because today we are going to do a little gleaning from the book of Enoch. And you know what? A lot of Christians out there, a lot of Messianics out there, you've never heard of Azazel. Christians don't know who Azazel is. Most Messianics don't know who Azazel is. And I know a lot of Old Testament only Hebrews, a lot of our brothers and sisters, Old Testament only, they got no idea who Azazel is. And then if they hear this video, you know what they're going to say? They're going to tell you guys that I'm leading you astray. They're going to tell you I'm going off. But I'm not the one listening to the Catholic Church, though, and saying not to read the book of Enoch. Because that's where you get that from. Everything that everybody on planet Earth think they know about God, think they know about holy scriptures and texts, everything you think you know, you got it from the Catholics. You wouldn't even have a Bible in your hand, in your possession, if the Catholics didn't give it to you. I'm talking to somebody out there. And you got the nerve to think our records have not been touched. But see, that's what happens when the Catholics are allowed to run planet Earth. And it's the Catholics who decide what the Bible means. The Catholic decides what everything on planet Earth means. You better do your homework. You better do your homework. Go look up the doctrine of discovery. Go look up Pope Nicholas V. Go look up what he gave authorization to the Roman Catholic Church and the European killers to do. You better go check it out. Go look out what your government is founded upon. Every government in America, every state, local and federal government, the judicial system, all of it. Go see what is established under. You'll be shocked. Y'all better understand what time it is. That's why I told y'all when this live started. We got them heavy hitters in here tonight. Nigga, we got Old Testament only brews in here this evening. And King David and Hazel Woods, some of the heavy hitters. Look, don't get this misunderstood. Every single person on this channel who serves Yahweh and him only, we all are heavy hitters. But look, even if you got 1,000 heavy hitters or 1,000 killers, somebody got to lead them killers. You understand? I want y'all to understand that. Every person over here on this channel that serves Yahweh and him only, we all are heavy hitters over here. Every one of us. And like I said again, even if you got 1,000 gangsters, 1,000 killers all together, somebody got to lead them killers. All right? And I'm telling you right now, King David and Hazel Woods is some of the heavy hitters. They carry a very large Old Testament only sword over here. You niggas can play around if you want to. You're going to come in this live chat and you're going to get chopped in half. Spiritually, brother. Spiritually, brother. We got Hazel Woods in his house again. And she says, at King David, you are correct. It is Azazel. But people don't read to get understanding. Absolutely not. They don't want to understand Hazel Woods. You know what I'm figuring out too? A lot of people just want to argue. They don't want to understand. They don't want to learn. They don't want to be enhanced. They want to argue. We ain't got time for arguing no more. In case you guys didn't know, we're all being watched. Not just a figure of speech. You know, excuse me. They used to say, oh, the eye in the sky. And it was a so-called figure of speech, somewhat. It ain't a figure of speech no more, nigga. You got thousands of eyes in the sky, visible. And if the sun get ready to go down, in another 5-10 minutes, it'll be dark. Them drones is going to be out. Them so-called drones. And once again, we got King David in his house. He says, and the book the Most High saying, don't get into when it's teaching fallen angels and etc., teaching worship the stars and so on. Those the books he was talking about, but he said seek wisdom. We all know the whole duty is keep the laws and serve him only, but to be a step ahead and don't fall for the other loopholes they can knock off your track, gotta seek other info. Facts, King David. Facts. And Hazel Woods says, I realized after I read the Apocalypse of Abraham, he is the real prince of the earth. The Revelation 1:5 JC, his alter ego. Hey, you know what, you guys? This is why I'm telling people out here, we got them heavy hitters in here this evening. And you know what? You see, because I know how this sounds, right? To most people who have no idea what we talking about right now, they're going to say that this is crazy talk. But that's only because the Roman Catholic Church has fully subdued their hearts, minds, and spirits. So they are unable to see these things that we seeing, y'all. The Most High, you guys, I thank the Most High that he chose us to reveal these things. These things are deep, deep, deep secrets, y'all. And the Most High allowed us to understand these things, y'all. All praises to the Most High God, y'all. King David goes at Hazel Woods 100. A lot of people gonna think it's y'all, and it ain't. I tell you, we will sit back and trash that demon while the others will be deceived. But people don't know because they say, stay away, laugh out loud. Exactly. King David says, and Book of Enoch, the lesson we about to be on, got some deep information. Bring it out, And see, what a time like right now, you guys. Just imagine if the majority of the earth had grown up accepting the Book of Enoch for the last 100 years in the earth. Imagine what state the earth would be in right now. The same way everybody accepts the New Testament for the last 100 years, and even more than that, of course. But right now, I'm just talking about the last 100 years. Imagine if the whole world would have accepted the Book of Enoch for the last 100 years. People wouldn't be surprised at what we're seeing right now. But many of you are, and you're scratching your head. You don't have a foggiest ideas of what's going on out here. Because the Roman Catholic Church captured your heart, mind, and your soul. Okay, they did. And they told you, don't read this, don't read that. If you read the Book of Enoch, guess what? You would know that there are other beings that are on this earth that have been coming to and from this earth. You would know about all kinds of giants, and I ain't talking about no little 10-foot, 12-foot giants. I'm talking about giants tall as the cedar trees. If you know anything about cedar trees, some of them cedar trees are a couple 100 feet tall, 200, 300, even can be 400 feet, believe it or not. Believe it or not, Hebrews, that's actually a part in the Book of Enoch, talks about a giant being a mile tall, 2 miles tall. Look, I'm not trying to get anybody to believe me, but you know what I heard a brother say one time, and it makes sense. We talking about the giants, right? And he said, hey, it's the reason why the earth is so deep and the sky is so tall. Yeah. You guys, I've been saying it for a minute. We do not understand or even know. Y'all heard that? We do not understand, nor do we even know the kind of planet that we live on. Because we like the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has decided what kind of planet we live on. They decided what you get to hear, what you get to know, what you get to believe. And believe it or not, it's not the government. The government may be carrying it out now. That's because the government was built on Christianity and Catholicism. Go check it out, Hebrew. Pope Nicholas V, Dum Diversa, okay? Doctrine of Discovery. Go look up all those things. The Doctrine of Discovery gave the Roman Catholic Church the right to go to any country that was not ruled by Christians and to take your country from you, put you to death, put you in slavery, steal all your assets, and turn a profit and set up government and rulership. And that's how the American government was set up. That's how all the churches were set up. It was church first, Catholic Church first, and then they set up the government with all of their Catholic and Christian leaders in the government. You guys, you better go do your homework. You best to go do your homework. Of course, they're going to tell you don't read the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch exposes them. Believe it or not, many of these people in the so-called Catholic Church, some of these people are not human. And see, the world can't handle that. They don't want to talk about it. They'll tell you, I'm crazy, I'm a conspiracy theory. But guess what? With every single passing day, so-called conspiracy theorists are being more proven to be right than wrong. With every passing day. People have been telling y'all for years, UFOs are out there. The government got tired of people talking about UFOs because they're trying to hide it. So they came up with a new name for it, UAPs. And then they got tired of people talking about UAPs because they still seeing them so much. Then they said, hey, forget it. Just call them drones. Let's call them drones now. Everything is a drone now. You see that? Can't make this up. Excuse me. Can't make this up, Hebrew. Everything is a drone now. No more UFOs. No more UAPs. No more nothing. It's either drone or nothing. Y'all notice that? And these are the people, the professional liars. Sometimes I get mad at myself and I'm amazed at how I allow these people to actually tell me what I can and what I can't read. And many of you think that somehow God, the Most High is going to get you for going to explore and trying to find out the truth. But see, that's what happens when you're in the belly of a fish. We've been in the belly of the fish of Christ for 2,000 years. All right. King David says, taking trees out of the ground from the root like they picking up a small rock. Do you know how powerful that is? Exactly. Exactly. But see, they have made, by banning the book of Enoch, which your Catholic Church did that, you Catholics, you Christians, you Messianics, everybody out there that's saying, don't read this, don't read that, you are confederate with the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church was the first person to get the bright idea to ban the book of Enoch, and then the whole world went along with it. And now they want to persecute us because we are going back to the old ways. And yes, lots of people are very angry and upset. But you know what? Not my problem. I'm trying to make it into the kingdom. I'm scratching, scraping, and clawing. And any opportunity I see to learn the truth, I'm going to be all over it. I ain't letting nobody hold me back from learning no more. And the Most High God is not going to kill you for trying to learn the truth. And you better not take nobody else's word for it who told you that they already read it and it's no good. You a fool if you take that person's word. Why in the hell would you trust in another man or another woman? You better save your own soul by doing your own work yourself. Not gonna let nobody tell me that they already read something so that I shouldn't read it. Just take their word for it. You kidding me? You might as well go to the Christian church if that's the case. Taking somebody else's word. It's your ass that's gonna be on the line, not somebody else's. Must be out your damn mind. Hazelwood says, you got that right. Check. That's right. Time for the games to stop being played, y'all. And look, with all the demonic activity out here, we made the video a couple of days ago about when spirits visits your bed. Yeah. And if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. We made that video maybe like a week ago, maybe, when spirits visit your bed. Yeah. And they get it in with you in the bed. Yeah. Physically. Yeah. Lustful spirits. And you know what? If you would have read any part of the book of Enoch, or if you even would understand the Torah, you would know that angels, Genesis chapter 6, believe it or not, those sons of God, those are not human beings. Angels, lustful angels, wanted to blow backs out, wanted to blow human women's backs out. And that's what they came down and did. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. I can see somebody out there huffing and puffing right now. I can't believe he's reading this. I don't care who doesn't like this. We dealing with reality. I'm trying to save my soul, and I'm trying to help save my brothers and sisters too. So you won't be so weirded out and freaked out when you see some of the wild stuff that's going to go on this earth that we all supposed to know. But since the Roman Catholic Church said, don't read the book of Enoch, everybody jumped on board and said, okay, we won't read it. And you persecute everybody else who wants to learn. Because you got the same argument that the Catholics got. You know why? Because you've been in the belly of Christ for 2,000 years, aka the last 2 days. But the Most High said, after 2 days, I'm going to revive them. And on that third day, I'm going to raise them up. And they're going to live in my sight. Guess what that means? Guess what that means? You was in belly of Christ for 2 days. More than 2 days. Because the book of Hosea said after 2 days. He didn't say soon as the second day start. He said after 2. You know what after 2 means? That means it's been more than 2 days. A little more than 2 days. Maybe 2.25 days. Maybe 2.5 days. Maybe 2 3/4 days. Who cares? You just know that it's been a little over 2 days. The Most High said after 2 days. That's what he said in Hosea, y'all. after 2 days, I will revive them. And on that third day, I'm going to raise them up, and they shall live in my sight. You guys, you know what that means? Do you know that any day now could be that third day? Just the fact that we are woke now lets you know it's past 2 days. These filthy, stinking demons can only keep you as long as the Most High said. He said after 2 days, I'm going to revive you. And on that third day, I'm going to raise you up. Just like Jonah out of the fish, you're going to come out of this Christianity crap, this Catholic crap, this don't read that, don't read this crap. You coming out of that because the Most High God brought you out. And that's why somebody's hearing this video right now. Somewhere out there right now, somebody's seeing this, they're listening to this. They're not going to comment on here, but you know what? You're listening to what we're talking about, and something in your spirit is convicting you. You know that what we're saying is true. Something has been telling you that you need to check out the book of Enoch for yourself. But you've been scared off. So you know what? You came to the right channel, because we don't run from information and knowledge over here. We dive straight into it. We nosedive into the rabbit hole of truth. And whatever we find is what we find. It ain't my fault. I didn't make the truth, but I ain't going to run from it. I'm not going to run from it, and I'm not going to be afraid of what I find. The Most High made me like that. I wasn't always like that. I used to be black. Believe it or not, a nigga used to be black. And I'm sure some of you niggas out there, you know, because you used to be black yourself. So you know another ex-black person when you see one. Can I get an amen out there, as the Christians would say, as the blood-drinking Christians would say? Vampire coat. Got the nerve to tell us, don't read this, don't read that. Meanwhile, you out there doing human sacrifices and drinking blood, physical and spiritual. But got the nerve to tell me don't read something. And shame on us for falling for that crap, y'all. But you know what? That's what happens when the Most High puts you to sleep. That's what happens when the Most High summons a demon by the name of Christ to come swallow you up. Because Jesus is that fish that Jonah got swallowed by. You guys can't see that? I know somebody, I'm talking to somebody out there. We did a lesson about that. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. The spiritual meaning of Jonah being swallowed by a fish. We covered that over here. Hazel Woods says, plus the Most High will give you discernment to see through the BS in these books. Oh, no way, Hazel Woods. If it's one lie in there, toss the whole book out, Hazel Woods. That's what I heard some people say. But it's funny, the same people who will say, nope, if it got one lie in there, toss it all out. Those same people didn't toss out the Old Testament. And when they received their Bible, that New Testament was in there. Tons of lies. But they didn't throw out the whole Bible. They kept the parts that they thought was right. But when we try to do that same thing, oh, now they say, if it's one lie in there, toss it all out, it ain't no good. Hypocrites. But a lot of our brothers and sisters, it's not that they're trying to be hypocrites. The Roman Catholic Church has seized control of their hearts, souls, and their minds. Just like they had us at one time. We was born into this. You guys, we were born into the belly of Christ, the belly of a demon, the belly of a big fish. It ain't no bigger fish than Christ. That's why the Christians got their little fish shape, and it says Jesus. We done did the detective work on here. We don't play those games around here, y'all. You know why? Because we're not scared to nosedive into the rabbit hole of truth. You know why we're not afraid to do that? Because we serve Yahweh and Him only, and we trying to keep His commandments. And our God told us it's His glory to conceal a thing, and it's our glory to search it out. And He also told us He is a God that hides Himself. So look, and everybody's heard that saying, you want to hide something from a nigga, hide it in a book. The Most High said He's a God that hides Himself. You know what? Now, see, that's where that statement comes from. You want to hide something from a nigga? Put it in a book. You see that? You guys, I'm telling you, the Most High just be giving downloads to us on a daily. King David says, facts, big facts. That's right. You know what? We're going to take a little physique. We'll take a little physique at this. Give me 1 second, Hebrew. And by the way, smash that like button right now for your brother. Yeah. Smash that like button, Hebrew. Do it for the brother. And we get ready to read. Check this out. We're just going to hop on in real quick. Hop on into Enoch, first Enoch, chapter 27. We're just going to be hopping around doing random pop-ins and pops-outs of this book of Enoch. The book of Enoch, chapter 27, or the book of first Enoch, chapter 27. Then I said, for what purpose is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? This is Enoch asking this, okay? Then Uriel, okay, now I'll go pause right there. It says, then Uriel, I know many of our brothers and sisters out there, because the Roman Catholic Church has terrified you of knowledge, you're scared of any book that the Catholics told you not to read, you don't read them. So you guys out there, for the most part, you have no idea who Uriel is. Okay? Now, another reason why you don't know who Uriel is, the Apocrypha, okay? You let the Catholic Church and the Christians and Messianics, even many Old Testament only Hebrews, you let all of them tell you that the Apocrypha is evil. Don't read this, don't read that, just like the Catholic Church, right? So once again, you don't have the foggiest idea who Uriel is. Uriel is not in the Bible that the Catholic Church gave you. The part of the Bible that the Catholic Church gave to you and said, it's okay, we'll let you read this. Uriel is not in any of those parts because the Catholics don't want you to know about Uriel. See, in the Bible that they gave us, all you hear about is Michael and Gabriel. But two other archangels are Raphael and Uriel, okay? If you're a Christian, a Messianic, or even an Old Testament only Hebrew, and you let people tell you, don't read this, don't read that, you probably have never heard of Raphael. You probably never heard of Uriel. You're hearing it for the first time here. Esdras talked about it. People in the Apocrypha talked about Uriel. And here you see, even before Ezra, we got Enoch right here. Enoch knew about Uriel. Okay? Even though Christians don't, Messianics don't, most of our brothers and sisters don't. You're going to learn today. Hit that like button too. Then Uriel, one of the holy messengers who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here all the accursed will be gathered together who utter unseemly words with their lips against the Lord. And look, even in this book of Enoch, the Lord, it says capital Lord. You know what that means, don't you? That means this is Yahweh. But I thought the book of Enoch was evil though. Why they got Lord in here, capital Lord though? Because it should say Yahweh. See, these people been playing with us, y'all, but we ain't letting them do it no more. King David says, can't trust the enemy that hand us something and say this is it. We did our research on the other. It was flaws, slaves, this here good. Now move on. F that. I'm looking, then taking face value from an enemy message. Exactly, King David. Exactly. We got to snap out of it, y'all. It says, here all the accursed will be gathered together who utter unseemly words with their lips against Yahweh and speak hard things of his glory. That means all the niggas who run in their big black mouth talking trash about Yahweh. This is this place that Enoch saw. Uriel showed it to him. Here they will be gathered together, and here will be their place of judgment. In the last days, there will be the spectacle of righteous judgment on them in the presence of the righteous forever. Whoa. Ho, 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 ho. Here they will be gathered together, and here will be their place of judgment. In the last days, there will be the spectacle of righteous judgment. Do you guys know what a spectacle is, y'all? A spectacle is such a heavy thing to behold. It's a spectacle. It's a dazzling, amazing. It's a spectacle. Glorious, something to behold. It's going to be a spectacle of righteous judgment on them in the presence of the righteous forever. If we get into the kingdom, that means in front of us forever. It's going to be a spectacle of righteous judgment upon them. Here, the merciful will bless the Lord of glory, the perpetual king. In the days of judgment over the former, they will bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he has assigned them their lot. Then I blessed the Lord of glory and set out his glory and lauded him gloriously. Y'all see that? But they're telling you the book of Enoch is evil. Don't read the book of Enoch. Let's check this out. Let me see. The book of Enoch, First Enoch chapter 5. We'll start at verse 7. But for the chosen ones, there will be light and joy and peace, and they will inherit the earth. And then wisdom will be bestowed on the chosen ones, and they will all live and never again sin. Excuse me. Either through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise will be humble, and they will not transgress again, nor will they sin all the days of their life, nor will they die of the divine anger of wrath, but they will complete the number of the days of their life, and their lives will be increased in peace, and the years of their joy will be multiplied in continuous gladness and peace all the days of their life. Sound like the kingdom of heaven to me. Well, let's check this out. The book of Enoch, First Enoch chapter 5, and it reads, observe how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. For what reason? Take heed and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that lives forever has made them so. And all his works go on like this from year to year forever. And all the tasks which they accomplish for him and their tasks do not change. But according as God has ordained, so is it done. And behold, how the sea and the rivers accomplish their tasks in the manner and do not change their tasks from his command. But you have not been steadfast, nor done the commands of Yahweh, but you have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your impure mouths against his greatness. O you hard-hearted, you will find no peace. That don't sound wicked to me, you guys. I thought the book of Enoch was wicked though, y'all. Ain't that what they've been telling you? Let's see. Where else we want to go to glean about this book of Enoch? Okay. Let's go to First Enoch chapter 99. And it reads, woe to you who work godlessness and glory in lying and extol them. You will perish, and no happy life will be yours. Woe to them who pervert the words of uprightness and transgress the perpetual law. You see that? And transform themselves into what they were not. They will be trodden underfoot on the earth. In those days, make ready, you righteous, to raise your prayers as a memorial and place them as a testimony before the messengers, who are the angels, that they may place the sins of the sinners for a memorial before the Most High. In those days, the nations will be stirred up, and the families of the nations will arise on the day of destruction. And in those days, the destitute will go out and carry off their children, and they will abandon them, so that their children will perish through them. Yes, they will abandon their children, sucklings, and not return to them, and will have no pity on beloved ones. And again, I swear to you, you sinners, that sin is prepared for a day of unceasing bloodshed. And they who worship statues, and they who worship stones and grave images of gold and silver and wood and clay, and those who worship impure spirits and demons and all kinds of idols, not according to the knowledge, will get no manner of help from them, and they will become godless by reason of the folly of their hearts, and their eyes will be blinded through the fear of their hearts and through visions in their dreams. Do you guys see this? They will become godless and fearful through these, for they will have worked all their work in a lie and will have worshipped a stone. Therefore, they will perish in an instant. You guys, when you perish, that means you're going to be brutally, viciously maimed and killed by God. Therefore, they will perish in an instant. But in those days, blessed are they who accept the words of wisdom and understand them. You guys, do you know that this is us, y'all? This is talking to us, y'all. I hope you guys can hear this. Blessed are all they who accept the words of wisdom and understand them, and observe the paths of the Most High, and walk in the path of his righteousness. That's keeping God's laws, y'all. I thought the book of Enoch was evil. I thought that we shouldn't be reading this book because this book is bad news, huh? And do not become godless with the godless, for they will be saved. Woe to you who spread evil to your neighbors, for you will be slain in Sheol. You see that? Look, do you guys understand how deep that is? It says, woe to you who spread evil to your neighbors, for you will be slain in Sheol. That means that once you die, you're going to be killed after you die. Sheol is the grave. Hell. Woe to you who make deceitful and false measures, and who cause bitterness on the earth, for they will thereby be utterly consumed. Woe to you who build your houses through the grievous toil of others, America, and all their building materials are the bricks and stones of sin. I tell you that you will have no peace. Woe to them who reject the measure and age-long heritage of their fathers, whose souls follow after idols, for they will have no rest. Woe to them who work unrighteousness and help oppression and slay their neighbors until the day of the great judgment. For he will cast down your glory and bring afflictions on your hearts and will arouse his fierce indignation and destroy all you with the sword, and all the holy and righteous will remember your sins. You guys, I haven't seen nothing evil or wicked yet. Look at this, you guys. Let me see. How about this? Let's check out. Second Enoch. Second Enoch, chapter 32. I said to him, earth you are, and into the earth from where I took you will go, and I will not ruin you, but send you from where I took you. Then I can receive you again at my coming. And I blessed all my creatures, visible and invisible. And Adam was in the paradise for 5.5 hours. And I blessed the seventh day, which is the Sabbath. On it, he rested from all his works. Let's check out chapter 36. Second Enoch, chapter 36. Now, Enoch, I give you the terms of 30 days to spend in your house, and tell your sons, all your household, that all may hear from my face what is told them by you, that they may read and understand how there is no other God but me, and that they may always keep my commandments and begin to read and take in the scrolls of your handwriting. And after 30 days, I will send my messenger for you, and he will take you from earth and from your sons to me. You guys see this? The Christian church never wanted you to read this. They give you like 3 seconds of Enoch in the Old Testament because the Catholic Church doesn't want any more to go out about Enoch. King David says, facts, for it be a Luciferian book, show is saying no to evil and the Most High only and his laws, and no to idols, even call out Islam with the stone god, many Hebrews in, especially when they go to prison. Facts, King David. Our prison brothers love becoming Islam once they go to prison. Hazelwood says the book of Enoch has too much truth. That's why they took it out. That was deep. Yeah, y'all. This thing, you guys, this thing is so deep. And you know what? Expect the times we in right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop right now, right? Because I told you guys I ain't going to keep you too long. I don't want to keep you late. But get ready to start going into the book of Enoch more, y'all. We're going to start reading more from the book of Enoch. The time we living in right now. Imagine if everybody had been accepting the book of Enoch for the last 100 years, y'all. People will understand a lot more what's going on the earth right now. But because you let the Catholics trick you, you don't want to hear it because the Catholics said so, and you went with it. I went with it for the majority of my life until the Most High revived me. I was knocked out, passed out in the belly of Christ. The Most High threw water on my face, woke me up. He did that after 2 days. It took a little more than 2,000 years, but I'm woke now. You woke now. And any day now is going to be that third day. You know what that means. That third day. Yeah, buddy. That third day, you're going to get raised up, Hebrew. And that ain't no regular raising up. All you gotta do is read. And you know why people got to stop playing around and accept that the book of Enoch is legit? You accept the Old Testament. Look, the whole entire world accepts the New Testament, except for us. But 95% of the planet Earth, they accept the New Testament, right? And most people on planet Earth definitely accept the Old Testament. But here's the thing. The New Testament was not in the Dead Sea Scrolls. The New Testament was not there. But you know what books were there? The book of Enoch is a part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, Hebrew. So how is it that the whole world accepts the Old Testament? And the Old Testament is a part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. But the book of Enoch was there too. But they won't accept that. The Apocrypha was there too. They won't accept that. The pseudepigrapha books was there. And guess what? The so-called white man is the one who decided to name those books pseudepigrapha. Look, and why is it pseudepigrapha? Because the so-called white man said so? If that's your only basis, you know I'm not believing that shit. And that's your only basis. The Catholics, the so-called white man, not listening to that garbage because he said so. Those books are not pseudepigrapha. And guess what? Let's just say it was. That's up to you to determine. You don't let no filthy, stinking demon tell you what's okay to read and what's not. The biggest liars on planet Earth think they got authority to tell you what's real and what's not. You got to be kidding me. The book of Enoch was right there with the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Apocrypha was right there with the Dead Sea Scrolls. All them pseudepigrapha books, right there with the Dead Sea Scrolls. Book of Giants, right there with the Dead Sea Scrolls. So why on earth are you guys letting anybody tell you, man, we don't accept that. But you accept the Old Testament, though. Brother, the Old Testament was in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I know it was. That's why you accept it. But so was the book of Enoch. So was the Apocrypha and the pseudepigrapha books. And then that's when everybody get quiet right there. Because the Catholic Church told you to. We don't give a damn about the Catholic Church over here. King David says, even when you was telling truth, begging for your life not to get in trouble, they made it seem like you going to hell and can't repent if you swear in Yah's name at that time, God, to show your innocence. All facts, King David. These people have done a number on us, y'all. But they're getting ready to pay now, though. Hazelwood says French colonizers, stolen territory. Mayo was devastated by cyclone. All praises to the Most High God for that cyclone. May he send more cyclones. All praises. This place is getting ready to get ripped a new one. And you know what, Hebrews? What a time to be alive. And it could get scary. But look, just don't lose your faith in the Most High, Hebrews. We are going to be fine. King David says, what made me mad? Niggas tell you what to read, and not that's dealing with the real God, and especially them niggas with the white man control the weather, the mass floods, and so on, man. Stop. Hey, yeah, King David. Sometimes niggas be getting carried away, man. If you listen to these niggas out here, you will actually believe that the so-called white man literally controls snow, rain, the sun, and the moon. Like some people actually, they giving this man too much credit. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. So if the so-called white man literally controls ice, frost, rain, lightning, and all this, if he's controlling all of this, so I guess he can overrule the Most High then. It doesn't make sense. These niggas are out to lunch, y'all. Hazelwood says, I know King David is crazy. Yes, it is. It's very crazy. And how crazy is it that they want to reject Enoch so bad? They want to reject the Apocrypha, all these so-called pseudepigrapha books, but these books was right there with the Dead Sea Scrolls. So how is it that they just choose, oh, well, we're just going to choose these books? Either the Dead Sea Scrolls are good or they're not. Which one is it? See, that's called the Roman Catholic Church. It doesn't have to make sense because the Roman Catholic Church was running things. Age of Pisces, age of Christ. King David says they might put people in a bad spot, to get hit, but the Most High control their steps. So basically, they calling them God. Basically, King David. That's basically what they doing. Woo! And it's just amazing, though. And once people actually do their homework and you see that the book of Enoch is a part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and you ask people, so what you going to do with it now? Are you ready to throw out the Dead Sea Scrolls? Is the Dead Sea Scrolls nothing but lies too? Because the whole Old Testament was in there. Is that lies too? You see that? We got to stop letting these Catholics play with us, y'all. They played with us for 2,000 years. A little over 2,000 years. A little more than 2 days until we started being revived. Now we are revived. In any given moment, y'all, you know, at any given moment, it'll be 3 days. Do you know what's going to happen on that third day? Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Peace, blessings, love, and safety to the 12 tribes who've been scattered into all nations for the disobedience of our forefathers. Like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. Hebrew, Most High willing. I will see you guys tomorrow. We going live tomorrow evening, family. King David says the way the enemy treat our truth is like a person who got something they will take to the grave and make sure it won't come out. Laugh out loud. Tav X. Hey, King David, all facts, brother. All facts. And it's always a pleasure to be among you brothers and sisters. Always a pleasure to hang out with you heavy hitters. Anybody in here on this live stream or on the playback, if you don't know, you're going to know if you be over here on this channel. King David and Hazel Woods, two of the biggest hitters we got. We got some Old Testament only hitters over here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up hitters carry a very big Old Testament only sword. And to be honest, like I said, don't get it twisted. Every single person on this channel who serves Yahweh and him only, you know who you are. We all heavy hitters over here. But like I said, even if you got 1,000 gangsters, 1,000 killers all together, somebody got to lead them killers. It don't mean you ain't a killer. It's called being organized, Hebrew. We all hitters over here. We all carry a very large Old Testament only sword over here. And we will chop. All right? Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Most High willing. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live, family. Peace.